All right, so let's recap real quick.
Okay.
Last week, the only thing we really changed was feet.
Yeah.
We messed with grip, hand position, and touch. We messed with ball position just a little bit, but big thing was feet.
Mm-hmm.
You went out. You've obviously practiced. You played.
Mm-hmm.
Great. I saw the pictures. Heard about them.
A lot more consistent.
Okay. Let's talk yardage. Any loss? Any gain? Anything? Everything about the same?
I think it was all about the same.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe it's hard to say, but sometimes might have got a little bit more yardage out of my driver.
Okay.
You know, and I say that because there was a couple of holes where I was like, oh, that was like if I hit a really good drive. I think the biggest thing was two things. I didn't feel the soreness in my body so much later, and just the consistency. I had a few what I would call where I tugged the drive, got a little quick and tugged them.
Okay.
But I was still in play.
Yeah.
You know.
So feel more balanced.
Yeah.
Feel just overall more stable that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And probably turning my upper body more. You know, doing more like this instead of either the reverse pivot or anything.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I was relying so much on good timing.
Yeah.
You know.
So hopefully what we're going to do is transition that to right here in the short game.
Okay.
Same thing. Our feet are going to be not necessarily tight together, but they're going to be closer. Ball position is going to be much more important here than it is full swing. And that's going to be due to some technical things. I mean, here we're not trying to hit the ball.
Right.
We're trying to score.
Right.
So we're not trying to hit it. We're going to let the weight of the club do a lot of the work. What that does, when you let the weight of the club do it, that club's going to hit the ground in the same spot every time. No matter what kind of swing you're making, unless you help it, that club's going to hit the ground the same spot. So what we got to figure out, taking some practice swings, where your club is going to hit the ground, because where your club hits it could be different than mine.
Right.
So me telling you, oh, play it off your back foot, that's where you need to play it, isn't necessarily right, because it might not. Your club head might hit in the middle of your stance.
Right.
So we got to figure that part out. But once we figure that out, we'll start dialing in wedges. Right here, we're going to work on scoring, where we want to be inside an 8-foot circle.
Right.
So we're going to practice, and then later on, we're going to take a short game assessment, see where our short game stacks up. After a week of practice, we'll come back, we'll do it again.
Oh, okay.
And so the first thing, go ahead and hit a couple chip shots for me like you normally would. Just a normal setup. Let's go to that back yellow. That's where we'll go. But that's where we're going to start.
Okay.